Hey guys, it's me, Brittany, or Brie, whichever you want to call me. And to wrap up 2025, I figured I would show you my updated K-pop collection. I don't think I've done this since my old house, so I don't think I've ever really shown it here in this apartment. So I figured I would do that here today. Hope you enjoy. I absolutely just love looking at people's K-pop collections and everything. So yes, this collection's been ongoing since December of, I think it was 2022, so 3 years. I know some people are gonna say, holy shit, that's a lot, and some people are gonna go, that's not bad for 3 years. I don't know. I've seen collections a lot bigger in a lot shorter period of time. I've seen collections a lot smaller in a larger period of time. So I don't know. But anyways, enough of my blabbing. Let's just get on to my K-pop collection 2025. Starting off with this section here. Let's go right up here. This is a shelf just my stepdad made me, so don't mind that it's not painted or anything like that, but it works, so I don't care. Up here we have my collection of the boys. I don't have a lot from them, as you can see. That's literally all I have, but I just love that a lot of their digis are just like cool to display, and then I just loved this group one as well, so figured I would kind of put them on their own little shelf. I have one of my biases here, a Chanhee, on display, and then again I have the Trigger, one of their group albums there. Going on to the second shelf of this is ATEEZ. As you can see, she's very full, no room for any display of anything. And very soon, I think she's just gonna have to take over this whole shelf and I'm gonna have to move the boys. But I have a bunch of ATEEZ albums here, as you can see, including some of the digis and stuff as well. Like, I would love to display some of my little digis, but there's just not room for all that. And then I have my very first light stick ever, which is the Late Teeny. I believe it's the version 2. And I absolutely love her. I've used her at so many concerts, including ATEEZ's, so absolutely love that. Moving on, right below that homemade shelf is just one of these 9-cube organizing shelves that you can get for like pretty cheap at Walmart. I have quite a few of them in my room. But going on top of it is my ENHYPEN collection. Again, she's kind of squished because there's just so much to display for them. So eventually they will be going across the top of this as well. But for now, here they are. I have a bunch of their albums here. This is actually from the very first time I saw them. There's the date. I have 2 of them. I saw both nights. This was in the Fate tour of 2023. The other one is here holding the Orange Blood albums. Here is a little like freebie I got. It's just very funny, so I had to hang it up there. Here is my ENHYPEN light stick. Love her. I've actually used this light stick I think the most, just because she matches literally everything. Again, we got more albums here, all my digis as well. All the member ones are Nikki and Jake, because those are my 2 boys. As you can see, I have their Bite Me ones here. I absolutely love these. Need them to do more like these. I have the memorabilia album. I have some photo cards here, as well as their little letters from Orange Blood, those from Bad Desire. That is a little Jake I made out of clay. Here is a Nikki freebie I got. I actually got these glasses at Baekhyun's concert, but I just thought they fit the ENHYPEN kind of EXO vibe really well. Here's another little freebie I've gotten of Sunghoon. And then there's another Nikki. Like, I have Jake's of this one too, but there's just not enough room. Moving right along down onto this first row here is Boy Next Door and P1 Harmony. Boy Next Door actually used to go across the whole top shelf, but I had to squish them. I need more room, but again, they will soon also need more room. especially because they just have so many cool things to display, like their debut album, the cereal box, and the apartment. Absolutely love them. As you can see, there's like a digi up here, and I just don't love the look of that, but it's okay for now. Here are their albums, and then here is a little Boy Next Door house I made out of clay. Then we have P1 Harmony. I don't have too many albums of P1, and actually quite a few of them are signed in my living room, which I will get to at some point in this video. But here is my P1 collection. Here's a little intact, and here is a signed Jungsub Sad Song album. Moving right along to the second row here. Just on this side is Seunghan's in Seoul album. He deserved his whole own shelf after everything he's been through. There is the photo card I pulled, as well as the album. It does have another cover as well. I just kind of tucked it behind just because I like that you could see all three of them here. So that's that shelf. Next we have Stray Kids. It is completely packed full. I need more room. But I, to be honest, do not really collect them anymore, so that's kind of why it's been fine to stay here. But I have also this cute little case 143 stand here, and then you can also take this off and just wear it as a photo card holder. I got that at like a cup sleeve maybe like 2 or 3 years ago at this point. But it's really cute. I love how it sits on the shelf. And finally on this shelf I have Park Ji-hoon's album. I actually have both versions of this album, but the one's just kind of behind the other one, as well as one of the photo cards of him. I just absolutely love this man so much, but this is the only thing I got so far for his collection, so I just also gave him his own little shelf as well. And finally, moving on to this bottom row here is kind of more random groups, if I'm being honest. We have Cat's Eye, Idol, Extraordinary Heroes, I.M, Monsta X, and Cordis on this one. And I actually don't collect Idol anymore, and I've even been thinking about getting rid of those albums, so that might clear up some space soon. And then this one is also kind of a random shelf as well. I have Zygers, Nexi, New Era, Unu, Rise, and Only One Of on here. And same as Idol, I've been thinking about getting rid of my Only One Of albums. They're not in group anymore, so it's not like I'm really going to collect them, so I don't know. Been thinking about it, but not sure. And then I have one of my biases here, Junpyo from New Era, on display. And then this last shelf here is actually shiny. So I have 2 of Key's Gasoline album. That is a version of Hard. This is Guilty by Taemin, the like shoebox. And then this is my CD player, which I actually do use more than you would think for it being a CD player. But I just love that it kind of looks like a little record player, but it just fits so well right there. When I go to use it, I just pull Taemin's box out for now, but really cute, and I like it. But those 3 shelves are definitely my least favorite out of everything. Moving right along to this shelf here, this one is quite a bit more organized and decorated. Up here we have my record player with the best record in existence, which is J by Jaehyun's record. Randomly found that in Barnes & Noble one day and almost cried in the store because I was so excited. So have that there. I have the rest of my records over somewhere else for now. We'll show you that soon. I'm very soon hoping to get like this cool record stand and everything. That way this can just be cleared off of there and get more room for an hyphen. Over here, these are a bunch of random albums by different groups, but they are just too big to fit on like the shelves this way. So they're all just kind of stacked here. As you can see, there's like some TXT and Hyphen, Cat's Eye, Wavy, Taemin. There's some Extraordinary Heroes in there. It's very random, but again, they're all just too big to fit on my shelves. So here they are for now. And on top, I have Yeonjun's No Labels album. Love it. as well as this cute little ramen with Byeonhong Suck on it, as well as the Polaroid that came in it. Don't know if those are exactly going to stay here, but I don't know where to put them for now, so I just kind of sat them there. But that is this top shelf. Moving right along to this top row. Again, this is just another one of those 9-cube organizing shelves from Walmart. I have 17. I have both of the big 17 is right here albums right on display. I just think they're so cool, as well as all the little photo books I have. Minghao is my main bias, so I am so happy to have 2 of these. And then I have Vernon's over here, as well as Mingyu's, and Mingyu is one of, I might as well say one of my biases now. I just call him a bias wrecker, but come on. But yes, love the 17 shelf. I just love the photo card books. I think they just help decorate the shelves so much. Moving on down to this shelf, it's pretty full, is my 8-turn shelf. I have every single album that they have come out with except Like a Friend. I just have never seen that one in person, so I don't have it yet. But I have all the rest, and I have Kyungmin's Digi from Stunning sitting here. He is my main man, so I got him there. And then I also got my other man, Ming Ming, here, as well as their light stick. And I absolutely love their light stick. I love how it looks like an old like record turntable. Love, love, love it. Next to them, I have To Us. I'm only one album short of having one of each of their albums. I don't have their newest one yet, but here it is. I just absolutely loved this. When I saw this album version, I knew I had to get it because I just knew it would look so good on display here. And there's the box it came in, as well as this little display thing. It's really dark, so I don't know if my camera will focus, but it comes with all the different members. You can decide who you want on there, and I picked Dohoon since he's my main man. But there is 2S's shelf. Moving right along, we have Zero Base One. I have my Matthew Digi right on display there, as well as his boxer Zeroni sitting right behind him. I'll show you him in a little bit. He sleeps on my bed. And then I have one of each album except Never Say Never. I have not gotten that one yet, but I have one of each album back there. There's even a little hidden Matthew right there. Moving down to this bottom row is TXT. I actually kind of stopped collecting them for a little while, and then I'm now getting back into them, so at least I have plenty of room still. But these are the albums I have, and then these are a bunch of freebies that I got just from the recent concert I went to. So it's so cute. Hanakai is my main man, and Yeonjun bias-wrecked me so hard at the concert, so have a photo card here of him as well. And again, just a bunch of other little freebies. Then for these last 2 shelves, I have BTS here. I have only a few of their actual like group albums, as you can see, and a bunch of them are like the old ones in butter. But I mainly have been collecting the like solo ones of my favorite members. So I have like Suga's, I have Hobie's, both of his albums. I have all 3 versions of Jungkook's. I have all 3 versions of Tae's, and then I have one of Jimin's as well. And here are some of the Funko Pops I have. There's Suga's, there's Hobie's. He fell once and this little piece broke off, so don't mind that he's a little broken. And then over here I have Jungkook, Tae. There's a Jungkook from McDonald's. I got 3 of them, so here's one of them. And then Jimin's there, and then RM and Jin are kind of hidden back there, but it's okay. I just put my favorites in the front. Moving on to my favorite section, the NCT section. I have it all over here. Jaehyun is my audible. It's my main #1 man, if you cannot tell. So I have a lot of his stuff, okay? Don't judge. Typical Valentine behavior, okay? Here are some frames I put together. Here is like his golden age. Love that. Here is a bunch of the different Polaroids from his like solo album, as well as his photo book. Then here's a cute little poster that came from his photo book as well. I just think they look really cute on this wall here. And then going on to the wall that is right above my shelving here is a bunch of the posters that came with his photo book and solo album. I just love, love, love how this looks. I think it just looks so good. On the very top shelf here is, again, just all Jaehyun. Here is his photo book here that he did. Here is another one of the photo book kind of versions that he did. Here is one of his solo albums, the wallet version. This was from his FanCon, did not go, unfortunately, but I did just buy this off of like Mercari. It had like a photo card and stuff in it, as well as these two little messages in it, so put them here. His solo album, Perfume, the icon. I have this perfume as well as this perfume as well. It's two baddies digi. One of my favorite photo cards of him here, so I put it in a photo card frame that I made. These are flowers, actually from when I was a bridesmaid in my friend's wedding, but I just thought they looked so cute on the shelf. Again, do not judge me. And then here is one of the coasters from his album, and I'm sure you saw there is a ton of little pom-pom Purins all over as well, because when they did their Sanrio collab, that was his guy. So I have so much of pom-pom Purin out because of him. Moving right down here onto the shelf is my Wavy shelf. I have almost every single Wavy album, just missing a couple, but I'm working on finishing them. But here they are, including my Kun Give Me That Digi. Have a win-win photo card here, and then here is one of my photoisms. This one is of me and Kun. And then I have my Wavy light stick back there. I've used it at NCT concerts, and I've used it at other concerts as well. I just love the Neobong. And I have Ten's solo album from Stunner here as well, but that is that shelf. Moving down to this tiny little shelf here are a bunch of clay little figures I made to represent every single member. It is going in age order. Wish did not fit on there, so they're on Wish's shelf, so don't come for me, okay? Obviously I'm a big Wish stan. But here they are. I'll try to get a little closer look here. Here is a closer look at all of them. Don't judge some of my art skills. Some are definitely better than the others. But there they all are. Moving on to the shelf down here is Wish and Dream. I just have the least amount of their albums, so they're sharing a shelf right now. Here is Wish down here, and I have a little Sakia there. I have Xion in that little keychain. That little panda is for Sakia. Here are their little clay statues, as well as a little Wishu I made back there. And then here is Dreams. Again, I have like no Dream albums, so don't mind that. And I have the Dreamscape on display back there. I have Mark's Beat It Up Digi here. And then this really cute little card of Jaemin there. Moving along to this half. On this little shelf here, I have a bunch of digis. These are digis from literally every group, including even like Super M and another copy of Jaehyun's album I have. But like, there's literally every group, including like NCTU and Super M and everything in here. And then I have my Xion Wish on display, as well as my camera from NCT Wish, because I just thought it was so cute. And then I have my Mark and Jaehyun photoisms there. Absolutely love them, as well as a Renjun photo card there. Moving on to the shelf is my 127 shelf. I have a lot of 127. They're my favorite unit, if you can't tell. But here are a bunch of their albums. I have Tap by Taeyang on display. I have The First Fruit by Mark on display, and then I have my Fact Check Utah on display because those are my 3 127 biases, not counting my husband, Jaehyun, but he's all up there, so don't mind that. And then I have a Jungwoo perfume back here. I have Doyoung's first album, Shalala here, and I forget what that other one is. I think that one also might be Shalala, but yeah, all 127 stuff here. And then finally, moving on to the bottom shelf is NCTU. I have every single NCTU album. So here they all are in order. And I even have the NCT Nation like movie thing that they had. So I have that as well, including this cute little Rio photo card here, and then this cute little Sakia postcard here. And here are 2 more of the member ones. This one here is Yuta's, and then that one is just Jaehyun's envelope there. But yes, have every single NCT album. Cannot wait for 2026 when they release a new one. K-pop ones I can have are Hannah, if you consider her, Jungkook's Golden. I have Romance Untold by ENHYPEN. And I have Layover by Tae. I have a couple different ATEEZ ones. I have this one as well as that one. But yeah, and then the rest are non-K-pop ones. And then here are all my CDs. I put 1 copy of each CD in these, so there's those. And then in this big thing, which again is really heavy at this point, is all just like the postcards and stuff you get in albums. So there's that. There's some I need to put away, but that's that. Something that I'm not really gonna pull out because it's hella full, but these are all K-pop posters in here, as you can maybe see. There's a ton of them in there. Like, that thing is so heavy. Over here are all different freebies or bracelets I've made and everything for different concerts, including there's a couple like phone charm ones here. Then these are all different holders I have made, and there's more keychains as well there. These are some other freebies like buttons and stuff. Here's my signed Polaroid of Fan from New Era, but he's just kind of sitting over here. These are my binders. This collection's coming of my photo cards. I'm still working on organizing these, so don't mind that. Here are magazines. Some of these are my roommates, but I recently just got this magazine shelf for my birthday. And the Jake one, the Wish, the Nicki, and the Wavy are mine, and the rest are hers. But here's all our magazines. We also have signed albums. That one is signed by Kevin from the boys. 2 of my New Era boys that have the whole group signatures on them. This one is actually my roommate's, but she also got Jung Sub's Sad Song signed. And then we're big P1 fans, if you can't tell. Here is my signed Soul Killin' It album, as well as a signed Polaroid from Kiho. And then these are hers, and these are of Jiyoung and Theo. There are more of our photoisms. Some are copies that I have in my room as well, and then some are just ones that we have up here. Almost forgot merch. I have the Maniac hat from the Maniac tour. I think that was the part 2 tour. I have up here, don't mind all my hoodies, I have the Stray Kids hoodie from Maniac part 1, and this is actually the misprint one, because this will say SKZ up there and it just says SK with the C, and only our stop got those, so I thought that was kind of cool that I have that. And then also concert shirts, official merch. I have the 127 shirt from this year's tour, Dreams shirt from last year, I have P1s from last year, and hyphens from, I think this is like from 2023 maybe. And then I have, again, Stray Kids from one of the tours as well. They aren't official ones, but like, girl, they look spot on. So love these. And then here is my little Matthew Zeroni. He sleeps in bed with me every single night, so that's why he is not in his box. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I just absolutely love K-pop. Obviously, it's a huge part of my life, gigantic part of this channel. So yeah, I hope you guys liked my collection. Let me know what your favorite part was, and yeah, I think that is going to be it for this video, and I think that's going to be it for videos this year. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and I will see you guys in the new year. Okay, bye.